All right, guys, welcome back to the training. In this video, we're going to be going over some of the Ad Insights tools. We're going to be going over the more basic ones here in this first video, and then we'll branch out in future videos and go over some of the more higher level advanced ones. But to get to the Insights tab, click on the Labs icon down here at the bottom. And you'll see right now, if you haven't messed with this tab yet, all you'll have imported is your portfolio list. And that's just for your reference if you ever need it. The three tiles that we're going to be focused on in this video are these three Ad Insight tiles, and the options for them are right here: tile 1, tile 2, tile 3. This daily metrics is going to be another video. This is really the slickest report, this daily metrics in the whole system, but these three can be very valuable as well, especially when you first kind of get your data imported and you're trying to get your feet under you and figure out a good strategy and kind of where you are with respect to which targets are carrying the most weight and the most sales. What you'll usually find is the Pareto principle applies, where 20% of your targets are giving you 80% of your results. And if you really want to cut the fat from the get-go and reduce some of the wasted ad spend over the past month or 60 days, whatever you've pulled that initial date range in and you're investigating, this little step-by-step process I'm going to walk you through right now is a really good way to do it. So you go ahead and click Apex, go down to Ad Insights and just hit tile 1. And we're going to actually look at our ad group breakdown to start with. And you'll want to keep in mind, you'll want to have a bulk file already in here, and you'll want to have already executed the initialization process in order to be able to carry out these steps I'm showing you. But just if you've already got that, then you're good to go. So go to Ad Insights, tile 1, ad group breakdown, and you'll see here it's going to build us out a nice little formatted report here in just a second. It does take a few minutes. If you do have a big bulk file, it's going to slow down a few of these processes, so just keep that in mind. I'll have another video that kind of goes over optimizing the efficiency of your bulk files, but this one here with the demo data I've got in, it's not bad, so you can see it generated this in just a couple of seconds. But what it's basically telling us at the top is the different match types. You've got PAT, that's our ASIN targeting. A is auto, P for phrase, E for exact, B for broad. You've got all our SKUs here. The one that does not have a SKU in it, that's going to be our multi-SKU campaigns, or typically like our auto campaigns, you can see. And the idea here is you can actually double click on any of these values and it's going to open you up a static report tab down here at the bottom. It'll take just a second, and these are essentially all the rows associated with that value. So you can just delete those if you don't need them, not a big deal. The key thing that I like to do right off the get-go to kind of audit the account is click on this total ad group number, so 634. That's going to give you the static report of every target in that account that's enabled right now. And what we're going to do from there is head over to column V and the orders, and just click on orders there, and then go up to our filters icon, this little filter button there, and it's going to give it a filter. And then we're going to actually click on the filter and do Z to A, and that's going to just order everything by the highest orders to lowest orders. And then what I like to do is just click on that column V and then look down here and see over that span of, I think I had 30 days in here, I've made almost 2,000 orders or 1,900 orders. So let's calculate what's 80% of that. 1920 times 0.8 is about 1,500 orders. So if I scroll down here just a little bit and highlight this first one and then hold in shift, and let's go down to like 10. All right, I'm already at 1389. Let's go down to 7. So I'm 1520 right there. That's almost perfect. So you can see I've almost just scrolled down just one page worth, and that's already 80% of my orders over this entire account. If I keep going, all these other ones have either only sold like 6, 3, but most of them are zeros and ones. So if we want to look and just see all the spend that we built up for these ones that have 6 or less, you can go over to the spend column, which is adjacent here, and just hit Control-Shift down. You can see I've spent almost $2,300 on these targets that really aren't giving me a whole heck of a lot of results. So what you can do, if let's say you just want to kind of kind of weed out these targets from your account and pause them and move forward with new campaigns, or just ones that have converted well. Maybe you want to assign some other criteria, like, okay, if they've got an ACoS less than 30%, I'll entertain those and keep those, but the rest I want to pause. You can take this sheet and massage it and manipulate it how you want. But once you've gotten down to the terms that you want to pause, if you do want to pause any, you can come over here to column AD and just select all of these guys, hit Control C, and then go back to your Labs tab. And there's some really handy quick sorts. There's a campaign level one, so you could plug in campaign names here, or I'm going to actually leverage this target quick sort. So we copied that column AD, as you see there, hit Control Shift V as in Victor. It's going to paste that in there. Then if we go up to our Labs target quick sort, we're going to want to pause all these. So we're just going to click Show on List. So this is talking about this list here. We want to see all of those in our bulk file. So we're going to hit Show on List. It's going to tell you what it's going to do. Hit Yes, and it'll take you right over to the bulk file, and it's going to basically just show us those targets that we've plugged into that list, and then we're going to just in one fell swoop pause all of them. The other option is you can archive them if you really don't want them, but as you see here, I'm just going to verify it. So I scroll down, I've got 1,500 rows there. If we go back over here, you can see 1502 as well. So that's exactly what it did. Now I can go back here and I'll just use my optimize bids, adjust in bulk, and come down here, select visible status. You can see that selects that whole row, and then I hit pause all. I'm not going to do it right now, but the intent is it would pause all of these, and then you wouldn't be bidding on those targets anymore. Keep that in mind. So if there was other criteria, which I would recommend if you have good ACoS on targets that you've been running, then go ahead and keep those. But the ones that aren't really giving you any production and have a bad ACoS, go ahead and think about going through this process. So that's one way you can use the Ad Insights reports for the tiles. The other way is you can just get a really good idea of things like, let's say in the second one we want to put our Ad Insights tile 2, our average cost per click. And this is going to break out the cost per click for each match type for every SKU. So this is valuable for that upper bid ceiling threshold on the SKU input dashboard or the bid override dashboard. You want to know that because if you've got certain SKUs that you're bidding a lot more on right now and are converting at a higher cost per click, then you're going to want to make sure you have that as your upper level, or else you're just not going to be getting impressions for those anymore. So this gives you just a quick analysis at the SKU level. And again, I'm talking about this column right here, this max bid column. Again, this is going to be, if you have this set, this is going to be the max bid associated with those targets in each SKU that's going to be set to. So you can see, if we go back, SKU 16, for example, we've got exact campaigns converting at around 74 cents. We've got ASIN targets converting around 98 cents. So the highest there is 98. You would want to make sure, if you want to keep bidding for and getting impressions for those placements, that your upper threshold is set accordingly. Again, don't pay any attention to these numbers. They're arbitrary with respect to the demo data, but you get the idea. And you can obviously, with these, put in any of these options for any of the 3 tiles. So you can just kind of mix and match and kind of analyze accordingly. But that is basically it for the Ad Insight tiles. The main report that's the most valuable is called this Daily Metrics report. We're going to cover that in a future video. First, I want to kind of get through the base set of tools first. This one's definitely one of the more advanced features, so we'll probably have a video towards the tail end of Bootcamp that covers that. All right, guys, I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks.